Well, I'll tell you, I was anxious at the outset because if this project did not go well, who knows? You know, it's funny. I knew there was a gamble, but what made me feel comfortable was Scott Cooper's body of work. Bruce knew the movies, I knew the movies. So the evolution of my relationship with Bruce was that when you're doing interviews for a book, it's the two of you sitting in a room. And you're going to go through those transcripts later, and you're going to cut them up, and you're going to do your own editing work. Once you get to a movie set, there are hundreds of people.
Yeah.
And it's in the hands of not one person, it's a team.
Yeah.
And, you know, initially it was unnerving. And then, there was one day in particular where it was Jeremy Allen White and Jeremy Strong, first time as scene partners. I stopped worrying from that day forward. There was something about what I knew of John Landau and Bruce Springsteen's relationship that I saw in those two actors. And I thought, this is their first scene together. And they showed me that they know the chemistry between those two men. This cannot go wrong. I was an observer. But I got to see, phones being passed around with different actors' faces. And, I'm a bit of a kid in the candy store going, oh, he'd be amazing. Oh, well, he'd be amazing. And I think they probably realized there wasn't a lot of utility in involving me at that point. But then when, I went deeper on The Bear, went back to The Bear, and I was just watching it. And it was that made me say, from my perspective, it has to be him. But by that time, he was already cast. Nobody wanted my opinion.